So I know lately I've done a few reviews from the brand Terence Hughes, a brand that is based out of the UK. Of course, I've reviewed Hard Candy Elixir, Supernova, Maverick, Onyx Extreme, the list goes on and on. Here's one that is an apple, tonka bean, and citrus-based fragrance with a little bit of ambroxan, ambergris, and also Haitian vetiver. This one is called Guapo. This one, in my opinion, is perfect for the hotter weather. So I specifically waited to review this one. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this fragrance, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Guapo by Terence Hughes, I'll tell you about the notes, the performance, longevity, comparisons, the dry down, all that good stuff. But I do want to start the video off by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you could be notified whenever I do upload these daily videos. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or if you took something of value from today's episode. It would really mean a lot to me. I also want to mention that if you're interested in sampling or purchasing these fragrances, you may do so at Max Aroma. All of the information is going to be down below. They're super fast, their prices are highly competitive, and they have a lot of really hard to find niche and designer fragrances at a discount. And they're located in New York, so I get my packages very quickly. I live in New Jersey, so never an issue or a worry for me. Here we have a fragrance called Guapo, and of course Granny Smith apple, tonka bean, radiant woods, amber, Haitian vetiver, ambergris, ambroxan. There's lime and lemon and bergamot and mandarin orange and all these other beautiful ingredients in here. And I'm also getting something in here that smells a little minty as well. So it's bright in more than one way. Minty and a mentholated vibe, but also effervescent. In any case, I'm excited to give you my thoughts on the smell. Also try to make a few comparisons along the way. But let's go ahead and start things off with a quick look at the presentation. Now, right when this fragrance opens up, you are going to get that bouquet of citrus. So there's the bergamot, there's the lime, there's the orange, and it just comes at you full force, and it's a breath of fresh air. It's highly effervescent, very easy to get along with, and you know from the onset that this stuff is going to be a compliment getter through and through. I personally love that about this fragrance. I love that it opens up so bright and so fresh, and the citrus is really the name of the game for like the first half an hour or 45 minutes of this composition. Now, you give this fragrance a chance to dry down, it does tend to get a little bit on the smooth and sweet side of things. So you do have the Granny Smith apple, you do have the tonka bean. The amber is not overly resinous or balsamic, it's not overly vanillic or anything like that. It actually keeps that freshness alive even in the dry down. The musk is nice and clean. The vetiver is also very bright. It's not rooty or earthy or dirty in the sense that it smells like soil or anything like that. And it also has that ambroxan and ambergris combination. So this one actually is a very bright, very fresh fragrance all the way through. Now for the layman out there, this fragrance actually does smell a lot like Percival by Parfum de Marly, which has gotten compared to Legend by Montblanc, which has gotten compared to Fierce by Abercrombie & Fitch. And I've always equated those types of fragrances with them being lavender-based fragrances. Now, of course, looking at the note breakdown for this one, you're not going to find lavender, but you will find that bright, sort of a citrusy, slightly minty, slightly earthy, but also very clean, very oceanic in the dry down type of a fragrance. And I think Guapo, as the name implies, you wear this one, you're going to feel good, you're going to feel handsome. It's a very sort of well-groomed composition, no rough edges, huge compliment getter. And Maverick is a great fragrance too. Now, look, there are some darker expressions from the brand. If you like things that are very complex, very dark, very edgy, very mysterious, there's Onyx Extreme. There's also Hard Candy Elixir. If you really like fragrances that lean a little bit on the sweeter side of things, and I've done so many reviews from the brand of Terence Hughes, and this is by far one of the most pleasant, easiest to wear, highly compliment-getting fragrances that the portfolio has to offer. So next time you're shopping around on Max Aroma or the official website or whatever, If you happen to land your eye on this one, Guapo, I would definitely recommend that you give it a chance, and I have a feeling you'll really enjoy this one. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, I did compare it to a few other fragrances out there, but I actually find that this one is much brighter in the opening. I think there is that evident sweetness in the dry down, not overly sweet, but I can see how it kind of has like that tonka bean apple thing that you would find in Y by Yves Saint Laurent, but it still has that bright freshness and that aromatic appeal of Percival by Parfum de Marly. So you really have to try this one out for yourself, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Huge compliment getter though. In terms of the longevity, 10 plus hours, ATH fragrances always tend to last a very long time. Projection was amazing for the first hour and a half of application. It radiated beyond an arm's length. It became an elbows length scent right around that 6-hour mark, a skin scent right around that 9 or 10-hour mark. In terms of the versatility, I do think it's masculine leaning, great for the hotter weather, great for formal or casual scenarios, and perfect for anybody of any age. And in terms of the presentation, I mentioned how I feel about the presentation, the crystals on the cap, the magnetic cap, also the plaque on the front here, the cylindrical box. I just really love the attention to detail, and I feel like there's always an upgrade with the presentation, so it seems to be heading in a very favorable direction. My final verdict on this fragrance is I think it's the freshest, easiest to wear fragrance that the brand has to offer. If you're looking for something a bit darker, more experimental, certainly there's a lot of other options from the brand, but this one really takes the cake when we're talking about compliment getters. So once again, Guapo by Terence Hughes. Thank you so much for watching. Listen, leave a comment down below. Let me know, what is your favorite fragrance by ATH? If you have a favorite fragrance, is there one that you're looking forward to purchasing? Is there one that's high on in your rotation? So on and so forth. So drop your comments down below. Thank you again so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you took something of value from today's review. Once again, this fragrance and other fragrances from the brand are available at Max Aroma. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell and give this video a thumbs up. Love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.